my friend. Today we're just doing some painting, and I figured it would be nice to go live for a little bit while I paint this morning. I also feel like I'm gonna probably talk about my morning routine because it's been not super consistent, and I want to get more consistent. So I'm doing like a kind of a loose, this is my reference, and I'm definitely enjoying this process of painting. So I put down some brown, and I'm probably gonna keep on putting down brown because why not? And then put a little bit of green in this brown. So I've been working on my morning routine, my schedule, because it is there's room for improvement. There is absolutely room for improvement. I am hoping to improve. And what does that look like? Well, for one, I think some things that have helped with the morning routine have been writing down the main thing I want to get done the night before. And that's helped actually a lot. I realize in the morning, it's a powerful time to get things done, especially when I'm motivated and I have a deadline. I do have some deadlines, and they definitely are motivating me, but I think some of them I'm putting a bit too much weight on, and they're becoming overwhelming to look at. So I'm just trying to get myself into a good head place, a good headspace where those overwhelming tasks that I have to do this week feel better. And I guess now is a good time to talk a little bit about how each day looks a little bit different. But I've still been using the chakras as a point to know, okay, what energy feels good for me to lean into today. So Mondays are more intense days, but honestly, because I have the luxury to start a little slowly on Mondays, I do find myself being pretty gentle on Mondays, even though they are supposed to be a more high stimulus day where I'm diving into it. How's it going, Julio? Much love, H-Town. Very cool, very cool. So Mondays are the root chakra day, and I'm just sharing a little bit about how I've been organizing my time week by week. And it being Monday, I like to time block, so I've been playing around with the different timing blocking techniques for a while now, and I haven't found one that is a success, 100% success. I've been playing with, I have a 2-hour timer that will go off at 12, and for this day, pretty much I have 2-hour timers that are going off from 6 a.m., technically 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the hope is that it will bring awareness to how I'm spending my time, and that I will be able to set an intention for each time block Sometimes I'll do longer time blocks, like a 4-hour time block. I think I'm gonna go to the garden a little bit later today, and I'll have an intention to take care of the garden within that 2-hour time block. So those time blocks have been really helpful to have, and I appreciate them. But there still feels like there's something missing. So Tuesdays are a little different. Tuesdays I work part-time at the park, so and I really do work part-time by choice, and I feel so blessed and thankful that I can work by choice part-time, and spend, a day like today painting a little bit, really starting up the morning very gently, and then beginning the day and the week and preparing myself accordingly. So today, the main goal is just to see where we're at and what may be on the schedule, and compared to the goal that I have for the month, which is to cultivate my faith, compared to some of my long-term goals and projects like Eco Chamber or the Spiritual Gardening book. How can I take little steps this week towards that? For Eco Chamber, I have to take care of the gardens, and I've been documenting them, and kind of this week I'm going to be exploring taking a more academic approach, and that academic approach hopefully will allow me to step back and not see it as this is a tool for some kind of business, but this is a practice to more deeply understand why gardens get abandoned and what we can do to prevent that from happening. So that's pretty much what we got going on for Eco Chamber's agenda. Of course, I do share my journey of building Eco Chamber on TikTok, and you can find that at Eco Chamber XYZ on TikTok and Instagram as well. And I think I also have a YouTube for Eco Chamber DAO, DAO. And that was created mostly for when I'm actually designing the platform, developing something, if I'm spending like a 2-hour session on the computer for Eco Chamber, because it is a solo founder project. And right now, anyways, it's been really helpful for accountability when I'm working to just record myself working. It gives me a reference for what I've done, what my mindset or thought process was. And let me let my dog out. And that's been very, very helpful. For something like this, I feel thankful because I can just paint and I can get a good idea of where things are and what's going on. And I feel like painting is a underrated thing to do, and a lot of the times I push it off. So, okay, yeah, my mom was like, she's calling my name, and I know why, because she's texted me, and I will be doing this. I'm adding it to the list of the time and what I have to make time for today and this week. But yeah, I think creating content has been really helpful. especially when it comes to building anything. I might not finish building that thing, or I might fail in the process of trying to create that thing, but documenting the journey has always been worth it, and I'm very thankful to be able to document the many journeys that I feel like I've been blessed to have. So let's see. This is not necessarily, this is not accurate. It's not totally accurate to what is happening here, but we're just taking inspiration from what we see and doing the best that we can, because it's hard to get something 100% accurate. It really is not. I mean, it's easier when you have a good foundation, but because things have kind of shifted over time, like I've moved this twice and bumped into the flowers this morning, and even the lighting is a little bit different. A lot different actually than when I started last night. These are things that you just gotta go with the flow and do what you can do to create what you're looking to create. You know? It's all you can do. All you can do. Okay? So don't worry. Oof, oof, that's so big. Yes, yes. You guys just got a sneak peek of not me. It's like I'm invisible actually from this angle of where I'm sitting, but you're like sitting next to me. Much love, Julio. So this is a space where we sort out our week. It is Monday. What is something you're looking forward to doing this week? And if you don't have an answer to that, now is a good time to really reflect and see where you can look forward to something this week. So, zooming in to today, I would say for myself, I have a solid 6 hours of active work energy, and I am spending some of my active work energy to paint, and I'm so thrilled because painting is such a joy. It is such a joy. So, all right. Yeah, we're adding a little bit of that color, the color that we're seeing everywhere. We're adding that to this. Okay. This is so much fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. All right, so it's starting to come along. And it's starting to come along swimmingly. Swimmingly. There's like this little. Yeah, I don't think that. It's not gonna look as cool as I want it to, so let's just blend it in with this shine. Okay, the fun part about painting is that there is no right. I love acrylics because they're forgiving. If you make a mistake, that's okay. You can clean that up a little bit later. Don't worry about it. I always have 2 water, 1 dirty, 1 clean. I always start with the dirty and then I go to the clean so that my my paintbrush is, it stays cleaner longer. Okay, so let's see if we can get that blue going on. And of course, I'll add a little yellow to go with our palette. Yeah. This blue I'm excited to add. I'm a little nervous because it's so bold. So different. Oh, yeah, that's fun. That is fun. That is fun. That is so fun. Yeah. There's no, the shape we're going for is, there's a shape in there, okay? You might not. Oh man, there's something about painting. It's so fun. Alright, so Monday. Today I have a couple things to do, and I realized I was watching a video and it was talking about sometimes it's not about doing more, it really is about doing less, and I feel that. And so traditionally, usually, and I will, I'm actually gonna close my door. Ah, yeah. Thank you. So a lot is going on in my life. One thing is that the house is getting renovated, super fun. A lot of manual labor for us. I think I'm more of the emotional support. I will make lunch and I will cheer on my brothers and my dad, and yes. I'm very thankful this is the role I got. So this month is pretty chaotic for me. Maybe it is for you as well. And I've been doing my best to just find peace, find organization. I think I'm beginning to appreciate organization more and more as I get older, and I understand why. So this week, there's a couple things that I'd like to do and get done. One is finish the script for a video essay I am making about new normal, my new normal. I am excited because this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I have no doubt, I think the script right now is like 2 pages. Probably is going to be somewhere between 8 and 10 pages, probably. So if I can get a good grip on the script and start compiling the pieces together, the videos that I've taken over time, that would be amazing. I would be very, very happy. I'd be a very happy camper. So yes, that is definitely one thing I'd love to do and get done today. Okay. It just looks so silly. I love it. I love it. Love it so much. I love it so much. Now let's get some of this, because we have all these glass bottles and they're kind of, I love the color palette that we're using. I'm really enjoying the color palette that we're using. I don't even think you can see what I'm working on at the bottom, but yes, it's fun. This is so fun. This is so fun. I'm having so much fun. Y'all don't, I'm telling you, we don't paint enough. We need to all paint more. It's so much fun. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun, okay? It's just what? This piece has glass, and I'm kind of loving the glass pieces. It has 3 glass pieces. And I love the shiny, like, reflection and being able to paint that. That's fun. Okay, moving on. Let's get these flowers a little bit more shape. And they're gonna look ugly right now. That's fine. Make it exist, then you can make it better. Okay, that's the motto for this week. So yes, Monday, big day. Lots of little reflections like, okay, for Eco Chamber, I'm going to do my best to approach it like a research project and less like a product startup that requires me to focus on making the money a lot right now. Let me just focus on understanding what it is I'm trying to get at. And I've done this many times. And we're going back. We're going back to the drawing board to once again understand the problem. And I'm growing with patience, because I understand that patience is necessary. It really is. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at when it comes to Eco Chamber. I like to post, 3 to 4 videos on the TikTok about the progress that's being made there. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. All right, my paintbrush, I'm just gonna load it. It's already loaded. I'm not really sure how to do these little guys. So I'm just gonna dab the paintbrush and see what we get. This is probably too big of a paintbrush for the technique I'm trying to do. It's too late though. I can go back with a smaller paintbrush and make these more better. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I can do, which is shape these things, these little tiny flowers. All right, so Eco Chamber, that's pretty much what I'm gonna time block for it. I also have to finish figuring out how to maintain a garden, and I sent a small proposal. I think big win if I can finish a full sign draft or just talk to the person that's really that's it's their garden. So talk to that person. That's a big win. I'm not trying to do too much without talking to them. So, and then lastly, send an invitation to all of the people that have helped garden number 3 grow and prepare to make a lot of food for them, inspired from the garden's harvest. I think that's gonna be like a little hard, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So what can I say? I think it's gonna be fun. I hope it's fun. I hope it's fun to make the food and people come and it's a good time. That's my hope. Okay. So those are the main things I think for Eco Chamber. Talk with the person that I made the plan and sent it to. Invite people to the garden dinner. Okay. You know what? I just am telling myself it has to look ugly before it can reach the level of aesthetic that I'm looking for it to have. It has to look not that good. And I know this applies with so much in life. So much in life. You know, it has to kind of look questionable before it may reach the final level that you're looking for. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what's this little gap here. I don't think that exists. Okay. Let's go ahead and okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll take a thinner brush. Last brush. See if I get a good thin. That's good. Okay. My mom came in to get some tickets to pick up some stuff that we dropped off for the affair. I gotta say that being able to share stuff that you make at a fair is pretty fun. And if you haven't done it, I 100% recommend it. Our fair gives free tickets to anyone who gives something to the exhibit. And it's pretty fun. I didn't win anything, but it was still really fun. So definitely I would recommend checking out your local fairs and see if they have any kind of small contests or exhibits that you can be a part of, because it's super fun. I always enjoy it. Okay. All right, let's add a lot more yellow and see what we can do with this color. Okay. This is not like, ooh, super. Great. Oof. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this color. No. But let's just try to put it in some places and see if it like warms up to. Oh boy, this is quite the color. It's okay. It's just the underpainting. Okay. Oh man. Okay. It's not looking that good, but it's not about what it looks like. It's about the process. It's about the process. It can't always look fantastic. Where would the character development be for the piece, you know? Okay. Yeah, it's coming along. It's definitely, I'm happy that there's more color on it than before. I mean, it was literally just yellow yesterday, so this is a big improvement. I don't feel rushed with this piece, but I've also inconveniently placed it on my desk in a way which makes it difficult to use my desk for anything other than this, which is how you get things done if you don't feel like doing them. Just make them a little inconvenient for yourself. Okay, I see. Yeah, doing this is gonna mess up everything. Okay, but actually, no, that did not mess up everything. It did give more depth to areas that I wasn't expecting to have more depth, but that's okay. I can do that. I can work with this. This is workable. And I enjoy working with this. Oof. Okay. That I was not expecting, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what? The sunflower actually looks bright now, so that's cool. Okay. I'm loving this so much. It is such a joy to create something that you enjoy making. It just It really is fun. Funner. It is really, really, really fun. And okay, I'm just enjoying the process. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm trying to do as much as I can with this painting right now because the lighting is quite nice, and it will change. It doesn't look that nice to you because the window, um, but yeah, it's pretty good. And I mean, it won't change too much for a couple hours, but chances are when I stop painting, I might not paint again for a couple of days just because of timing. Um, and yeah, I'm pushing myself to wake up earlier. So about 45 minutes earlier than usual. I usually wake up at 4:45, but this week I'm pushing myself to try to wake up by 4 to get things in order and get to work earlier. And not really looking forward to that at all. But I know that this painting may take a little bit more time because of that. And while I can, I will like to push it as far as I can so that that final session can be spent on the fun little details that are needed to really bring the piece together. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and once again, I'm putting a little bit more layer, a little bit more color to the areas. Oof. Not looking like much, but it's looking like what I got. This is what I got, so don't make fun of me. My sad little painting. Because I am enjoying this a lot. So thank you. Okay, now it's time to make black without using black. I'm taking a lot of blue and green and some red. And because this is on a yellow background, I'm thinking if it's kind of purpley, That's like good. It will be dark. Okay, it's giving brown. So I'm using like the cheapest paints possible also, because that's what I have. I think I got like a solid yeah, 4 fluid ounces. And it was like $1. So these are by no means super expensive paints. But this is what I have, and this is what I'm gonna use to make the magic that is this painting. That, yes, I think one thing, because the paints are not the most expensive or highest quality paints, they are a little bit more translucent. So that's fun because it just means add more layers to get a fuller effect. The biggest thing though I'll have to say with the paints is that they do fade. So over time, if I leave this in the sun, it will fade, and that will be a little bit sad. But you know, that's a future problem. If somebody wants to buy this, I'll do my best to protect it, and let them know that the paint will fade. This is not fade proof. Bless you, my brother. So it is what it is. It's not. This is more just like for the joy of painting. I am just happy to be painting. Wow. Ah, this is great. I'm loving this so much. It is so fun. Okay. Yeah, you can hear the joy in my voice that I'm getting from just painting. Doing that next layer of brown to give a bit more dimension. I think that green really did help as well. Let's see if I can get some more of that nice green in there. Oof, golly. I think I'm finding it. Also, just seeing the paint strokes that's sending me right now, because it's like, oh, yes, texture. Just like the tiniest bit of texture, and I dig it. I like that. I like that a lot. A lot. Yes, okay. Please forgive me. I am enjoying myself a lot with this, okay? And I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. Gonna keep going. Well, there's my time, and that means that we're done here, and we're done. Okay, so let me wrap it up because, yes, it is time for me to wrap it up. The timer did go off, and that's how I know it's time to wrap up before I get too far into this, okay? Before I cannot stop. I must stop before I cannot, because yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, this is how it's coming out so far. I'm actually quite enjoying how this piece is coming out. Of course I am. Of course I'm enjoying how this piece is coming out. I mean, are you kidding me? This is so much fun. I mean, who would not, who would, okay. Now there's just one thing, like with the rim, that's getting me. I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing with this rim. The rim looks weird. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Fix the rim, please. Make it look like one rim, not some optical illusion. Oh my gosh. This is, yes. I'm enjoying myself so thoroughly right now. Okay. 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 Just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay. Okay. I know that is just like a simple flower in the, it's not a simple, it's a straw flower. And and okay, and now I also want to address these shadows. Address the shadows. Because, well, what are we doing with these shadows right now? What are we doing with the shadows? Are they shadows? Yes, we have shadows. Both sides, we have shadow on both sides. This kind of like, okay, and okay, okay, okay. So I think the biggest thing right now is going to be like, okay, we have the shadows. And the shadows are like, okay, okay, okay. Telling you, man, the sounds that come out of my mouth when I'm painting are not normal, but that's okay. They're special art sounds reserved for making art. The sound vibrations to amplify the love. Okay. Enough. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm okay with doing like a slightly abstract background. You know, it shouldn't be distracting. It should just be kind of like, oh, something's going on there. That's cool. But it shouldn't be like, what is going on there? You know, it should just be something that your mind can make up what's going on back there, but it doesn't necessarily have to think too